Hi, I'm Charlotte, and welcome to BirthEssence. And if you're here, it's because you're pregnant or about to be, or you support those that are on that journey. Or more importantly, you're here because you're looking for help with that fear and overwhelm that's been getting worse and reaching epic proportions, perhaps. And it's just always there, and you haven't been able to release that or clear that with other things that you've tried. Not even hypnobirthing or classes, it's still there. And it shouldn't be like this. You've got that feeling that there's something else that you're looking for. And so you're here to see if I can help you. And you're going along, what you really want is a connection with this baby. It's growing inside you, and you might be holding it in your arms after birth, and that love inside you, and you want to feel that, enjoy that, and be the mother or the support that was the dream. And you've heard people talk about it. You want that dream where the birth, or where you're standing in your power, you're calling the shots, and it's like a special rite of passage. It's something really meaningful, and you're giving that baby that you really care about so much the best start in life. And sometimes people downplay this dream. Maybe you've done that because you're just hoping to get through, and you don't want to put out too strongly for this great, positive, amazing experience if you're going to get disappointed maybe again. Maybe you don't want to be on this conveyor belting with all the other mothers in hospital. It's not what your dream was, but you're feeling that picture, that scenario is looming closer and closer. Your dream feels like it's slipping away. And you've got all these other people's opinions around you. Go on, just go to the hospital, take the painkillers. It'll be all right. And you want to believe that it's going to be all right. But if you're like me, it's not really the path that you want. That you want to do your path, your way. All these voices, it's too much. And that fear underneath it, maybe they're right. Maybe you should just do that. And there's so many obstacles at the moment, and short staffing and the difficult challenges we're facing that are unprecedented. Well, that dream's still alive in you, right? You wouldn't be here. And so, I hear you. It's like to want to scream inside when everyone else has an idea of what you should be doing, but you can't even feel you can speak. And really underneath there's something there, what you want. You might even be close to giving up on that path at the moment. And your heart is breaking with that. A little bit disconnect from that dream each time, and it's breaking. You're in that situation, and you hear the talk. You should be the center of this situation, the center of your birth experience. This is like a pinnacle, exciting part of your life. But instead, you're finding yourself feeling unimportant and almost like the last person that anyone's listening to. And if you are someone who supports women on this journey and families, you know this story. You've seen it again and again. And you are feeling their grief and their heartbreak the same. It's the same for you. And you also might be at breaking point and considering leaving. You stood by on the sidelines too many times, your hands tied, wanting to give more, because you came into this work for a calling, the same calling that those giving birth are feeling, to really do things differently and their way and have this amazing birth experience. And you're only still there because of that. And it's a fight to stay connected to that sometimes. It's a struggle. And if you walk away, who's going to take care of these people? And if you give up on your dream, what's going to happen? So this is why you're here. And the one thing, well, there's three things I'd really like you to hear. But the first one I'd like you to hear is that it's not your fault. We are so quick to blame ourselves, particularly as women, to take responsibility for how things are and to blame ourselves, but it really isn't your fault. This is an inevitable, like this situation we're facing now. that you are facing is an inevitable outcome of generations and generations of oppression of women and their wisdom, seeing accumulated trauma passed down from generation to generation, from mother to child, hundreds of years of diminishing the importance of the women's wisdom, of demolishing the support networks that existed before, and destroying that belief in your body and your ability. And then you sit here, and it's a tendency to blame yourself or justify where you are, and I'll just do the best. I'm just doing the best. I've got to be safe for my baby. But it's not your fault. And now you have a choice. And it might not feel like it, right? It might not feel like it when your choices are being taken away right, left, and center on both sides of the equation, every side you look at. But I'd like you to hear me out, because even though you'd be like, yeah, right, yep, we've heard this before, and you know, you're not buying it, the words of people reassuring you might ring hollow, because you've been there, and you're just like, yeah, you know, you're getting a bit jaded and resigned to this. But you know, still, you don't want to be another statistic. You're still here, you're still hanging in here. And so I'd like you to hold on to that hope a little. I believe in that, and I believe in you. I've seen it with my clients. I've seen how this doesn't have to go this way. It might feel right now that history is repeating itself, and it doesn't have to. And the third thing is that I'd like to just bring in here is, remember you were that baby once. There's this accumulated patterns passed down. There's this baby inside you. You want to support this baby to have the best start in life, but you were also that baby once. Just cast your mind back. You were just little and new and coming in, and your mum wanted the best for you, just like her mum before and her mum before. And yeah, it might not have happened. It wasn't your fault. And you're still all here. We're all here collectively trying to change this, to have a better experience. That's what you want. And this is something I see as like the hidden part that often doesn't get looked at, because you can't remember being born, not consciously, but it's stored there in your body, in your DNA, imprinting on how you respond and react to things that go on around you, who you are, and show up in the world. And this is why when you have that desire to be the center of your birth experience and to connect with your baby and get a strong start in motherhood, or you might be supporting women on that journey, then this is something that I feel is essential, if not the actual start point, to explore your own birth experience. How were you born? How was it for you when you were that baby? And this is why I've created an Explore Your Own Birth workbook for you. It's like the first steps to start on that journey of unpicking that, healing that. So when you have changed that, healed that in you, and you're ready to really go for that dream, not give up on it anymore, and really call the shots in your birth experience. And the workbook is something I do with my private clients, and it's something that it's an essential step of the work. Everybody at some point will go through the part of this healing of your own birth experience, and it's the part where people really report back to me how amazing it feels to heal. Oh, makes me emotional. And I'd like that for you as well. So I've gone on enough, and you can put in your details, and it'll either be to the side or just underneath this video, depending on what device you're looking at, that you can put in your details, and I'll send you that workbook for you to get a start on exploring your own birth experience and see what's there for you that could really help you get back on track for what you really want. It's important to you. And that's it, really. Pop in your details. I'll send it along to your copy. It'll automatically happen when you put your details in, and you can get started within the next minute. So thank you very much, and welcome.